Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Witsup Weekly Grind. Now, I promised you that Chef Bretty would be here, and he's coming, but he's still in the middle of just settling our little friend Frankie Flo, because obviously she knew that we were both needed on today's Witsup Weekly Grind, which is meant to go at 1 p.m. sharp, but she's not playing ball, so he's just settling her. So you have to put up with me for a little bit, which is what you have to do every week, let's be honest. How you're doing? What's been happening since last week? I'm getting a few notes coming through. We just posted an article about the Rainbow Beach Triathlon, which was not this weekend, but the weekend before. Fantastic to see a grassroots event get up and running in Queensland. In Australia, there's a few races across the globe that are up and running to an extent, whether that be triathlons, duathlons, running, time trials. I think our very own Laura Siddle did a time trial over 100k maybe on the weekend, and Ruth Assel, I think, took part in it as well. I don't know, I was playing catch up on a bit of social media this morning, and I saw that take place. So fantastic to see some people taking part in some events lately. The Rainbow Beach Triathlon also included, well, professionals could race. There wasn't a professional field per se, but you raced in the age group, and then they actually got, I think it was the top 3 fastest times in the men and the women overall, and they paid out a small amount of prize money to those top athletes who happen to be professional triathletes as well. So that was fantastic that they could earn a little bit of coin. But I think, as you can see from the response from our article, everyone was just pumped to be on the start line. We caught up with Renee Kiley last week on the Witsup Weekly Grind. She filled us in on how the weekend went. Give me some news. Let's just jump straight into some good news. I'm kind of sitting off to the side. Normally I sit there, but I'm off to the side waiting for Chef Bretty to come into this seat. Also, sorry that this here is my microphone, which is much better to use for 2 people. It just looks a bit weird that this black dome thing is sitting in the middle of your screen. So sorry about that. Sally has said, oh my God, I can't listen live today, but I would hands down do a live cooking with Chef Bretty. Stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about that when Chef Bretty comes online. But what's your good news of the week? If you are listening or watching, please leave me a comment and let me know what is your good news from the week that has just been. I can hear a door opening, which hopefully that means that Chef Bretty is arriving. I thought I heard Frankie crying then. Maybe. Who knows? What's your good news? I know we've got a few people watching. I would love to hear what your news is. Oh, hang on. Who have we got? Oh, that coffee is strong. When it's make your own coffee or make your own alcoholic beverage, I tend to go on the stronger side of things accidentally. Kay Anderson, duathlon in South Australia this coming Sunday, birthdays and a new gravel bike. Oh, you mentioned your new gravel bike last week. That is fantastic. Nick. Now, Nick, just fill me in because Brett was telling me about this morning that Chloe McCardle, actually let's just add that to the broadcast. Chloe McCardle breaks the men's record for the most English Channel swims. So from what I understand, it was the amount of swims in a certain amount of time or over a certain period of time. So just let me know if I've got that incorrect. Would love to get a little bit more information about that. I just haven't had a chance to look into it. But I'm just going to grab up a tweet. I saw something pop up about that. Oh, here he comes.
Oh, very nice.
On the spare seat. Oh. Do you want to sit on my lap?
Very close.
Well, we have to fit into a small screen. We're just talking about the Chloe McArdle. Have you brought your notes?
Yeah. Got to be prepared.
You can sit up tall, otherwise...
They can see me.
No, but look, you look quite tiny next to me.
How's that?
Don't be nervous.
Is that better?
Brett Irwin is the coldest man on the planet. You can see he's got 27 jumpers on.
2.
But he never wears trousers. Why is that?
No,
You're always in
itch.
shorts. Now, Nick Mallett just mentioned earlier that Chloe McArdle doing the English Channel crossing. So the most amount of... Because you read about it, didn't you?
Yeah. I think she crossed it 4 times in 16 days.
Which is... Now, from what I understand, that breaks the men's record. But I've got a tweet here that I found that says...
It doesn't break the women's record.
No.
She's got a way off. What?
Well, the actual record, which is held by a woman, is 43 crossings.
Yeah.
In what amount of time? Do you know?
Oh, that's just up till now.
Oh, okay, just in general.
Yeah.
I do find it interesting that it's breaking the men's record. What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
It's an interesting point, and I only noticed that because I saw a tweet. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting onto the wrong screens. Let's just get rid of this. Well, there's too many things happening, Brett. This is the story of my life. Nick has said the men's total crossing record is 34, and Chloe just beat that to take her total to 35. She's 7 crossings short of the women's record. Thanks, Nick. Yeah. Fantastic effort, regardless of any kind of record. There is no chance in hell you would do the English Channel crossing.
No. Not even with 3 wetsuits.
3 wetsuits and all the animal lard.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Let's go back through some of these other comments. Kama has tuned in. Good news. Hang on. Just wait 1 second. Something is happening here and it's driving me insane. Hang on. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Kama. Let's go back to Kama's. Good news. We are a quarter of the way through this lockdown in Melbourne. That is good news, but can you please move your seat forward? Because you look so tiny. You look like a pinhead.
There you go. How's that?
There we go. Oh. We're a quarter of the way through, but I thought we were 3 weeks through, and we're only 2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 to go. 2 down, 4 to go.
Yeah. Claire, who I'm coaching, texted me that the other night. And I was like, God damn it.
Because she wants to go for open water swims.
Yeah. Anne has said good news. Her good news for the week is, let's pop it up here. We kicked off the running training groups at our store last week and it went really well. That's fantastic news. And you're the one that's got the Live store, is it? No. I might be getting confused. Just let me know. I think that is you. Nadine, this is a bit cute. We are very cute.
Carry on.
That is not going to be his response when I ask him a question in just a moment. Joku has said, never trust a skinny chef.
There's always exceptions to the rules. So you're going to have to.
That was actually part
you did.
Wait, I did what?
You lost for words.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get what your joke is. That I trust you.
Yeah.
Part of my wedding, it wasn't the speech, it was part of the vows, was you're the exception to all the rules I thought that there were.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
So you have to trust skinny chef. Well, Joe let me into a house, so she must trust the skinny
That's
chef.
right, Joe.
There's nothing left, but...
Chef Bretty, how are you... Oh, no, sorry. Anne owns the running shoe store in Tucson. Sorry, I was getting confused with another Anne, I think, who owns a bike shop. Apologies. How are you doing in lockdown? Well, actually, let's not even call it lockdown. How are you doing since March, where you haven't worked because of COVID?
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing, but you make the most of a bad situation. I thought we were going to go back to work a little bit earlier, but when the second wave hit, then it was sort of like, okay. And yeah, looking at it at the moment, I'm not sure how long it'll be.
No,
it could be another month or 2. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because we moved buildings as well, so we've got to set up a new kitchen or 3 new kitchens. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
So what's your version of making the best of a bad situation?
Spending time with Frankie, probably, or definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much else really. Yeah. But besides riding indoors and riding a little bit outdoors, that's pretty much it. And if you want to go for a run,
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it, really. I mean, we can't do much about it. That's the way it is.
You're possibly the best person to be around in a stressful situation because not much phases you.
No, not really. I don't. Well, yeah, it depends what it is.
What do you think would phase you? What do I have to do to annoy you?
Nothing. No, not much phases me.
No, you take everything in your stride. I need to learn a lot more from you, but I end up just being annoyed by you because you're so relaxed and chilled about it.
Yeah, I think you have to be. Well, not all the time, but...
Yeah, no, I agree. You do have to be
Yeah.
because it is out of our own control. But
Yeah.
being the control freak that I am...
Well, you can't control it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you think I've coped with the situation?
Yeah, good. I reckon it's all right.
So when a male's voice goes up 10 octaves, they're probably lying.
Good. The roller coaster's, not as rolly. It's flattening out.
So I was a lot more roller coastery at the start, do you mean?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
I've been pretty angry.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you have your days.
I've very short fuse at the moment.
Sort of, yeah, a little bit.
Oh, it's all right. We're not... It's true. I'm saying it. You can just smile and nod. This is not a trap.
Especially when we go out for photos.
Well, the thing is, when we go out for photos, we've got...
With kids and dogs.
With a kid and a dog and you, it's hard, not you.
No.
You take direction well. But kids and dogs are notoriously hard to take photos of because they don't... Like, Henry's probably easier to control than Frankie to take a photo of.
Much easier, yeah.
Because you can...
Now.
Yeah.
He's older.
But you can't dangle a treat over Frankie and get her to do a head to it like you can Henry.
No, you got a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Or a very short window.
Yeah. So I have a vision and I want to create it.
If it doesn't work, it goes to shit.
So all of those really nice photos, well, here's me talking myself up, but those photos that you see that I really love them are, they don't tell the whole story.
No. That's a 1% of the 99%.
Yeah. Joe has said, you two are cracking me up. You're a great double act. Who would you, I'm just trying to think of it like a team that you look at that you're like, we remind them of us.
Of us.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's like we are very different.
Yeah, I suppose
people.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Definitely.
Mm.
Yep.
Right, next question.
Lucia has just said, must be a chef thing. My hubby's a chef too and is cool as a cucumber.
Oh, there you go.
But so my experience with chefs in a working environment, because my mum owned a pub and my dad owned a cafe for years. So like I grew up in hospitality. 95% of the chefs were nightmares. Short fuse. Like, I think you're the exception to the chef rule. You're skinny and chilled.
Maybe that's changed.
Maybe. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Lucia, if your husband is a chef, does he also cook at home? Because he does.
It's easier.
And
cleaner.
Yeah. He cooks and cleans.
And more productive.
But what is the main reason why you prefer to cook in the house over me?
Because it saves time. It's a lot quicker.
Correct.
It tastes better.
It does. Look, we've all got our strengths, but it's a running joke. And Lucia has just said, am I saying your name right? Sorry, I'm pretty sure it's Lucia. Have a look there. You're really good with accents and pronunciations.
Oh, yeah.
How's this? On our honeymoon, we went all over Europe, but France was one of the places that we ended up. And I didn't know this about Brett, but he just starts like talking French. And I'm like, what?
It was a little bit, not much. It got us through just.
It definitely got us through. Whereas I remember speaking Italian. Like I'm like, buongiorno, thinking, and Brett's like, no, it's bonjour here. But But you were having all these conversations. It blew my mind because...
Oh, it was only a little bit that got us through.
Yeah.
I think we were stuck in, I don't know, not Lucerne, no. What was that horrible border that we were at?
Oh, gosh. What's in Switzerland? Girona? No, not Girona. No. Geneva,
yeah. Yeah, it was the French, because there's two sides to the airport.
Yeah.
The French side and the...
There's a hot tip. Whenever you can travel again, if you are flying in or out of Geneva Airport, make sure you know what side or what country you're going into or what side, because there's the Swiss side and then the French side, and we got into the wrong car park, and then it was a nightmare. Boz has said, "I can testify your French isn't great." How's that?
Who, mine or yours?
I'm pretty sure mine. Oh. Fruit de fruit.
Yeah, the French doesn't count.
No. Joe just said that we're like the Grangers, and that's really true. We've discussed that before.
Oh.
Juzzy Granger and Bretty are very similar. When they don't talk often, but when they do what they say, people want to listen.
We don't talk often. There's a reason for that.
Correct. Okay, Brett Irwin, I want to ask you some other questions, but I can't remember what I was going to ask.
This is like 1 minute of...
1 minute of what?
Like bang, 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 bang. Like, there we go.
Yeah. Well,
1 minute of fame, is it, or no?
15 minutes of fame.
Okay, let's go. I cut it back. 1 minute of fame.
Oh, geez. Brett's is excellent, Boz just said.
Oh.
How's about you get? Yeah. There's my French. How's about you get? So we've been discussing this the last couple of days about some potential online cooking lessons. So long story short, we've been trying to find ways of getting Bretty involved with Witsup, because it's a platform that and an opportunity for us to work more as a team. Because as you can see, we actually get along obviously really well and have a laugh. And the people love Chef Bretty. Everyone loves you. It's fucking annoying.
Carry on.
No. But so we've done a few things. We've done the Witsup Rate My Food, which is going to come back. It's just with COVID, there's just been so many ups and downs, and I haven't been able to commit to anything properly, but it's definitely coming back. And then we actually did some filming of Chef Bretty and the Chief in the kitchen at our mate's house, which I haven't pulled together that footage yet, but that's some more stuff that we're going to do. So anyway, we've been finding different ways of getting Bretty involved with Witsup in whatever capacity that might be. Definitely not with written content or social media. No. Not your strength.
Social media is pretty good. We've got a couple of followers.
Brett calls his Instagram page his multimedia platform. Anyway, So we were thinking about doing some online cooking lessons and seeing, because the other thing as well is he hasn't had an opportunity to work or earn a living since March. So we're obviously all trying to find different ways to earn a living. And I posted your gnocchi the other day, which was hands down. We travelled Italy looking for the best gnocchi, and this was far superior to any gnocchi I tried in Italy.
We found it in that dodgy bra.
We did find a good gnocchi it was in Florence. No, sorry,
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was, what's the city on the river, on the water? Venice. That's it. It was in Venice.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But not at some fancy Italian restaurant. It was this dodgy bar that had
thousands of bras hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, they didn't ask me for mine, which is weird, offensive. And Nadine has just said that she follows Chef Bretty and she would be up for his cooking lessons, please. So it's something that we are going to try this Friday night. We're keen to get any feedback, thoughts, ideas, but essentially just to begin with, we're going to do a bit of a run through, I guess, and do one that we're not charging anyone, but we're going to ask people for donations so that we can figure out what we can charge people.
Yeah.
So we're going to run it on my Facebook profile because Bretty's 7 friends, which includes probably your mum, probably my mum
Probably
too.
not even that.
Probably won't get as many eyes on it as we'd like. So we're going to run it on my Facebook profile, and we're going to go through step by step making the perfect gnocchi with.
I hope so, yeah.
Well, have confidence.
We're going to do one that we actually can do in the time frame because otherwise we're not going to be able to do it. So we're going to do a gnocchi with burnt butter sage sauce, which is pretty quick. Like hopefully won't take too long. It's just the preparation might take a bit longer.
Yeah.
But we should be right.
So
Hopefully.
That's the plan. Friday night, we think about 6 p.m. I will be posting something in the next day or so. You're going to be able to go through making and I cannot stress this enough. It is the perfect gnocchi. Little fluffy pillow clouds.
Yeah. I suppose it depends on the potatoes too.
Stop making excuses for yourself now.
Just in case it all goes to shit.
Such a triathlete. How are you feeling going into the race? Yeah. But yeah, it's not my A race.
We'll see what happens.
Oh my God. We'll see how we go is the worst thing that Brett says to me. Drives me insane.
We'll see how we go.
My God, I want to punch him in the face. Much love, much love. All right, Nadine, keep an eye out for that because you can get involved. We're just going to do it on Facebook Live so that you can comment. I'll sort of produce and host the show, I guess introduce the show and come in with the comedic banter, obviously.
And then I'll cook.
And he just does what he does best.
Yeah.
Yum. They don't dissolve when you boil the gnocchi. Nah, these are outstanding.
Shouldn't, no.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
Well, you can do them. There's a few ways. We can actually bake them after you boil them as well. So there's a few ways we can do it, but we'll just do this way because otherwise it'll take there forever.
Yep. Nadine is in. Well, it says I'm, but I'm assuming she means I'm in. Okay, so keep going. Keep leaving comments about some of the good. What's been your good news this week?
It's only Monday. We haven't.
Well,
nothing yet.
Since our last Witsup Weekly Grind, the past 7 days.
Oh.
You keep thinking.
Yeah. There's not a lot.
Keep commenting. Let us know if you've got any good news that we can share right here. Would love to hear it. Kama has said, Bretty, can you please make your sausage rolls? Actually, that's another really good one that we should do.
We sent a whole lot to the bike shop.
Did we?
Yeah. Well, they had half of them and the pies.
Oh, yeah. That's how we've been getting through COVID, is by paying all our debts with food.
But yeah.
Or
delaying
our payments with delicious food drop-offs.
Leon from Ormond said, just keep sending food, but we haven't been there for a while. So
yeah, you need to. And
this lockdown's a bit. Oh, we can still deliver.
Yeah, you guys can.
Yeah.
But I've got a different bike shop, which is Giant South Yarra. But we'll find out ways to get pies to you, Jeno. I promise. Nadine said, I'm sending my husband along. He needs to expand his cooking repertoire.
Oh.
How was that? Repertoire?
Wow.
Repartie?
No, repertoire.
Now, we've discussed this before. And so Brett is a little bit older than me.
Not much.
11 years.
Same millennium.
You're already good. But you've been in the sport for a very long time. So you used to race against your Pete Murrays of the world?
Yeah, I didn't know Pete back then, but yeah.
But you would have known of him?
I don't think so back then. I'm not sure. I think he started before me.
Oh.
But it was around the similar time, yeah.
Okay. He knew of you, though. He'd heard of you.
Oh.
But even back then, you used to race against like some pro athletes as well, didn't you? Because it was all like open. It wasn't necessarily professional.
Earlier on, it was sort of open.
Yeah.
There wasn't. Yeah, there were big pros, but
yeah.
But then it sort of changed a little bit.
It
became a lot of drafting and stuff like that. So, but originally it was all everyone in together.
Yeah,
much.
right.
Yeah. I mean, there were age groups, but you just sort of raced wherever you thought you could race, really.
So, and this is way before, like, even TV was invented, right?
Not quite. Colour.
Yeah. No, but I used to love you telling me about like before Garmin's, before like sport watches, smart sport. What do you call them? Like sport computers.
Garmin's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garmin's, or under the umbrella of Garmin's and sport watches.
Yeah.
There was no like digital kind of recording or electronic recording.
You got paper results sent to you a week later.
It's amazing. So tell me, because this is something that I would love to do, is one day recreate the old school triathlon. So So the start is just like one of those air horns, typically,
or a whistle. That was a whistle.
So it's a whistle. You'd swim.
You swim, but you got a wristband in the morning which had barcodes on it, like 2 barcodes that would be removed and one that was already on the strap. So you remove the barcode after the swim and put it on a table. And then when you got off the bike, you'd put another one down. So
you'd stick it on a table.
Yeah.
And is someone there going, oh, yep, Bretto and swam 23 minutes.
They just record the time.
Next to that barcode.
Yeah, yeah.
So someone is there with a table. 2 people
on a table.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would run in, put the barcode down.
Yeah, and off you go. Yeah. Oh, you just drop it on the table and go.
Okay. And then, Boz has just said, do you remember the Velcro straps we had to carry on our wrist for timing?
Yeah.
That's what you're referring to?
Yeah, because Boz would have raced the same as me.
I forget that Boz has been in the sport for a long time.
Yeah, he's probably at the same time. Yeah.
But he's a fair bit younger than you.
Not that much.
He just said that. Well, we said it first.
Yeah.
So then you're on the bike, and again, how much cheating there was there, because there's no timing mat at like the turnaround point.
No, there's just, I don't think those days was pretty honest.
Yeah.
Like I mean, there weren't many people racing either.
Yeah. Okay. But so there was no one at the end of the bike course going, oh, yep, tick number 429, tick.
No.
Yeah, okay. So it was just honest.
Yeah, and when you came off the bike, you just put the barcode down again.
Right, and they'd record the time, and then the run.
You just hand your wristband in.
And so someone records your finish.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I really want to put on an event. Boz, I know that you'd be bang up for this, an old school event. Yes. You're not allowed watches. You're not allowed to know how fast you're going, how many watts you're putting down.
You can have there were still computers in those days, but just with speed and cadence. That's pretty much it.
I think we've still got your computer from those days sitting in the back of the car that you never put on your bike.
No, it's cleaned out now. And Speedos. You have to wear Speedos.
Oh, yeah. So
and a singlet.
The boys have to wear... Actually, there's... In our toilet, which sounds weird, but Brett's parents cleaned up like their garage before we went into lockdown, and got one of those big prints framed, like photos of your race. I think it was in Perth, one of the championships in Perth.
Yeah, it was the World Championships in Perth. Yeah. They had their 2. I think they had them in 2 years in a row, or I think...
In Perth?
Yeah. Back to back. Or one, they missed 1 year and they got it again.
Oh, okay.
And... it was Speedos and a singlet, a tight singlet.
Yeah. I think we need to bring it back. Speedos, singlet for the boys, and just a one-piece or a bikini for the girls, for the women.
And if the singlet was too big, you tied a knot in the back.
Did you tie a knot in yours?
No.
I
just got a small size.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We're having more comments. I love that. This is hilarious. Joe Coombe, we had turns like that at Los Cabos 2013, but loads of people were cheating. Yeah. I wonder why you had that in Los Cabos. Did the electronic timing just fail or something, Joe? Interesting. Do you know Nick Mallet? I feel like he's the name that you should know. Nick, do you know Brett? Have you guys met? I did my first try in 86, 2-day FM Festival of Sydney try. Oh, maybe because he's in Sydney, you might not know him.
Plus, that was early. I was still playing tennis at 16.
Yeah. I was 5.
I was in year 10.
You are disgusting. Nick, back in the day, some of the events had the old popsicle sticks with numbers on them. At the finish, you were handed a stick when you crossed the line, and that was your placing. The timers worked out age group placings later on as we got drunk waiting for the awards. I love that. That's amazing. Nick, you've been around for a little bit. And people should get extra points for riding a classic bike. Yes. Oh, yeah, then you could do the race, and then you could also have maybe a point system as well for as old school as you can get.
Oh yeah. Or the year of the bike.
Ooh.
Well, we rode soft rides back then. Like, they were the beam bikes.
Oh, yeah, that made a bit of a comeback, but then kind of fizzled out again, didn't it?
They were big back then, though.
Yeah, right. You had one.
Yeah, we had that one. That was a soft ride, and then we had a zip made.
Ah, yeah.
There was a few of those still around. What Welshie rode,
I was about to say that was what Welshie had, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had a couple of those.
Yeah, right. Joe only had mats at one of the turns. Aid stations ran out. Just bad organisation in Mexico. Ooh.
Oh.
Well,
there you go.
Shit happens, hey. But yeah, I really like just stripping off all of, clothes, but also just all of the electronics and just going old school.
And the bikes, yeah.
Yeah, and racing to feel. I think it'd be fun.
Let's carbon bikes, all steel.
Yep, no disc wheels. Anne just said a Schwinn. There was Schwinn. They were around, weren't they? There was Schwinn.
Weren't they previous to Giant?
As part of a rebranding.
Yeah, weren't they a Giant bike or not?
Ooh.
Or Giant bought them or something like that?
Don't know. No. We should probably know that because of those bad boys in the background. Kama, my first try, I ran out on the run with my stack hat on. Didn't do another triathlon for 20 years. But Kama, if you did that tomorrow, it wouldn't surprise me though.
That's what people were doing I remember in a duathlon in Tassie, because it was so cold one year that people ran with their helmets on.
Yep. That happened in Vancouver, which was my first World Champs in 2008. How old were you in 2008?
I was young. 20.
They ran in their helmets because they physically couldn't couldn't undo them.
Yeah.
We saw heaps. I've commentated quite a few kids events, and you constantly see kids running around the course with a helmet on, and it's just so cute. But I have to be so careful not to comment on it because I don't want to embarrass them either.
Yeah.
But I just find it so cute and endearing.
Not running very far, are they?
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, for little legs, yeah,
they
sure.
Probably wouldn't even feel it on their head anyway.
No, but that's the other thing I love is that they're just so pumped to be out there that they're just like, yeah.
They cross and go, oh, helmet.
I love being at the finishing line of a kids event.
Oh, really?
It's just, the Weet-Bix Try crew, I worked a bit for them and then changed owners and so forth and so forth. So I haven't commentated for them for a little while, which is so disappointing because it used to be one of my most favourite things to do because it just takes you back to being a kid, obviously, but also just remembering why you love it. And it's just fun watching kids just going flat stick or walking or whatever, but just enjoying themselves and not really caring.
Yeah, you get disappointed when you see someone's got a bike problem or a flat or a problem with the chain that they can't fix.
Yeah. All right, guys, this has been fun. We should get you back on more often.
Oh, that's enough. Lots of talking.
Well, I tried to do most of it.
Yeah, that was good.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us. Loved all of the good news for the week. That was fantastic. We had some fantastic, great news. Anna Spanner has just joined in. She's just said, sorry, this is a bit different having, because I'm sitting further away from the computer to fit you in, so I'm not used to it. So things are a little bit just off kilter.
You can't see that well from that distance? Or?
I don't think
you can read it.
No, because there's certain buttons I need to push and move things around, and this is a skill.
Skill.
Anna has said I volunteer at the kids event for Western Suburbs, and I always laugh when the kids just throw their bikes and helmets. Oh yes, but adults do that as well. Get so excited and just have no idea what they're doing, and they go crazy. But yeah, I love commentate. Although most of the commentating at a kids event is me just reiterating rules and telling people more so the parents what to do.
Whether they're listening or not is another thing.
Totally, which is why I think the first 3 hours of one of those events, I'm just constantly saying, go to registration, pick up your stickers, do this, do that, and then someone comes up and asks you again while you're in the middle of talking. And I'm like, all right, for the people in the cheap seats. Like, that's like my go-to funny one-liner. For you people in the cheap seats, this is what you got to do. Turns out the parents are worse at listening to instructions than the kids. The kids are just like, we've got to go to that bit over there. Sweet.
They know what to do.
Yeah.
They're switched on. Yeah. Well, good news was Frankie's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Our great news for the week was our little mate turned 2.
Yeah. Woohoo! Look out.
A, we cannot believe we have a 2-year-old. B, I was so exhausted after that day.
It's a big day.
We did a lot.
No, you did a lot.
He's right. I did it all.
Yeah. I built the cubby. You did everything else.
Anyone who follows me on social media knows that I did most of the cubby building. Do you know, I went to see, my neck's been really crook since pretty much COVID. So I had to see an osteo a fair bit and get it sorted. It's an old injury that's flared up. But each time I go to the osteo or the masseur, they're like, what did you do? Thinking I did something crazy in training. I'm like, honestly, I've done nothing. I'm probably doing exercise twice a week tops at the moment.
Yeah.
But anyway, I went and saw James, my osteo, and I just kept saying, look, honestly, I've done nothing. I don't know why it's really bad this week. And he's like, didn't you say when you walked in that you built a cubby? Like, maybe.
Probably have something to do with that.
Maybe. Because I had to hold up the roof and bang it, screw in the thing by myself. And I reckon that's what's made it a bit worse. But I felt like with her birthday being stuck pretty much indoors apart from that 1 hour a day that we could go out, and I wanted to go out as a family. And obviously she can play in the backyard a little bit, but, we didn't really get to see any friends. She didn't get to hang out with other kids. There was none of that. So I just wanted to go above and beyond and make it so much fun for her. Yeah, and I think we succeeded.
She had plenty of fun.
I also forgot how many presents I bought her online.
Over the last 6 months? Yeah,
because, when we first went down into lockdown or whatever it was called, the first round, I didn't know. So I didn't know how long it would last. I was like, I'll just order a couple of things and...
The delivery guy kept coming at 6:30 every night. Knock, knock.
He knows me. Hey, Steph, how you doing? I'm like, yep, good. Nice to see you again.
For the last fortnight. It's like, oh, God.
Oh, dear. I'm getting a few happy birthdays to Frankie. Thank you so much. And the boat, the river and jungle you built for Frankie was so awesome. We had so much fun. The cleanup afterwards it took us about 3 days to clean up the house though, didn't it?
Yeah, Henry was helping. He was trying to pop all the balloons all over the place.
How impressive is Henry, the dog, if you don't know? Oh. He doesn't actually pop the balloons very often. He manages to grab them on the little teeth thing.
Tight, yeah.
And,
it's a game.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
He doesn't want to destroy the game straight away.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Because he's had enough.
Yeah. When we can race again, what race would you like to be your first race back?
Ooh. Well, maybe an Olympic distance or something like that. Well, Melbourne. When's Melbourne? November.
70.3, yeah. Oh. Do you reckon we'll be doing 70.3 Melbourne?
I would doubt it. Because that would be still in stage 3 lockdown, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like that's what a lot of people are forgetting, that stage 4 lockdown is 6 weeks. We've got 4 weeks to go.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's then going to be a free-for-all. It's going to...
No, I think Treasury said last week that possibly stage 3 in mid-September and then stage 2 early December.
Really? I missed that one.
So at the moment, but that could change. Who knows?
Yeah. So. Far out. I work in sports media and... go to a lot of press conferences, but I think I've probably seen more press conferences from home in the last couple of months just listening to our Premier every day.
Every day.
Is how I've spent a lot of time. I'm over it now. I'm kind of just reverting back to the bubble and just soldiering on through it now because I just can't keep listening.
I don't think people listen to it. I think they just look at the numbers and go, okay, yeah.
Yeah, true.
That's good.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of people out though, like on the weekend. Like Saturday was ridiculous.
We almost dobbed on some people because I'm over people taking the piss.
Yeah, especially I'm not going to name names.
No, we won't name names. Let's throw Chef Bretty under the bus. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining me and...
Too easy.
Or is it?
Yeah.
So you're saying my job's easy?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, very easy.
Thanks, folks. Have a great week. Let us know next week what your good news is. I just got off a podcast earlier this morning with Amy Dixon, who's a para-triathlete from the States, and that chat had everything. You weren't in the house because you took Frankie out so that...
for our 1 hour.
Yep, for your 1 hour. So
that's it.
It could be quiet in here. That podcast, which I think will go out this Friday, had everything you could possibly imagine in a discussion, and she had me speechless quite a few times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just blown away. So make sure you get onto that podcast this week.
I thought you were going to talk about Gone in the Dark.
That's the other thing that I am obsessed with is if you like true crime, you need to check out I'll Be Gone in the Dark, which is a doco-series, I think you call it, about the Golden State Killer, but it's more about the woman Michelle McNamara, who was a true crime writer, and she pretty much led the charge on the cold case that was the Golden State Killer and helped solve the mystery, essentially. I don't want to say too much because while it was in the news a lot last year, if you don't know anything about it, it is a fascinating story, and the doco is just such a well done doco.
It was quite ironic that she brought him down, but he brought her down.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Yeah.
In the end. Yeah.
Check it out. It's amazing. If you're in Australia, you can get it on Foxtel, and then it's on HBO. Originally on HBO. So
if you don't have Foxtel, or if you don't have it at the moment, just do the free trial and then
free trial for 10 days and then shut it down. We can't have another streaming platform. We've got too many.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, guys. We will see you this time next week. And if you're interested, keep an eye on my personal Facebook page for Chef Bretty cooking lessons. We're going to take you through. We are going to take you through cooking gnocchi.
Well, hopefully.
And I'll let you know the details over on my personal page. Thanks for joining us. Stay well, stay safe, and we will chat soon. Say bye.
Bye. Bye.